We just getting started. You just now getting here. I'm just now getting here too. Shout out to that. Hold on, y'all. Just like Clarissa, he love this Papoosie. Hold on, y'all. Child, I said leave Clarissa. Yeah. And her Papoosie, period, alone. I said just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let me tell you something. So yesterday, first of all, hey Poopa Stars, it's your girl Shay Renee, and I want to welcome everybody back to my channel. And yeah, scoot up, scoot up, scoot up, scoot up, hit the like button, get comfortable. Let me tell you something. Now I said, just let me tell you something. Like Five by Chaville. I said like Five by Chaville. Um, Child, it's been a lot going on. It's been a lot, but it haven't been that much. Okay, so this is what I want to tell y'all. So yesterday, I was trying to tell y'all, but I don't feel like I drove the point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, I don't feel like I drove it like Daisy. When I said I gotta drive this point home. Child, so okay. So I was trying to tell y'all yesterday, I like Papoose, I like Clarissa. You know what I'm saying? Before they got together, I liked both of them. Okay? And I still like both of them. All right? But what I don't like is, the fact that he's married. You know what I'm saying? And they parading all around, like Juneteenth. Mm, mm. Oh, well, now, whatnot. I'm like, yeah, now get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Get a divorce because you know, bringing single folks into married folks' business is just tacky, to me, okay? So, like, I'm like, but, so I was just explaining to y'all, like, when I see a nice picture of them, I don't really know how to feel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, it's uncomfortable. It's kind of like a fart. How farts just make you feel grossed out and amused sometimes. That's how I feel. I don't really know how I feel. It'd be iffy. And I feel like these folks is starting to weigh on me because, every now and then I hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Every now and then I double tap. And it's crazy. I don't know how to feel. It got be put me in my feelings a little bit because I don't really know how to feel because I dang sure. I'm not in support of, you know, um, that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? That they have going on. I am not in support of creeping with other people's spouses. It just is what it is. I'm not in support of that. Um, Now I will say this though. I do feel like everybody's situation is different. I do feel like everybody's situation is different though. Um, everybody it is. Honest to God truth. It just do be. But at the same time, right, I think that it goes back and draws back to the same conclusion that you know what I'm saying, it's not cool. Or should I say it's not ideal, for anybody. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. There are different situations. Because I'm trying to see at what point, right, is the situation okay? You know, um, like, when's it okay? I tell you one thing, I don't know if it's ever okay, right? I can't really speak to that, but I can say that I don't think um it's ever ideal. It's just ugh. It's I just I just feel like it's never going to be. You know, so it's one of them situations for real. It's such a touchy, iffy, sticky, icky situation for real because it's one of them situations where that's why people tell you don't even deal with married folks. They say they married. They say, oh, you said, they say, oh, you said, you see, you got to go. Yeah, now you got to go. Um, mm, mm, truth is, and you know, and it's just it's messed up. It be so messed up, and I don't know. Like, jump in my comments and let me know how y'all feel about it. Is it ever okay? To date someone that is married. Now, like I said, I really don't know. I don't know if it's ever okay. I don't. But I will say this. For real, I don't. I really don't know. I really don't know the answer to that. But what I will say is I don't think it's ever ideal. Yeah, no, truth is. I don't think it's ever ideal. I think no matter what, you know, people be having in the back of their mind, um, that person is married. You know what I'm saying? So you be like, Mom, I'm about to come over and drop the boys off so you can take them to the park. Your mom be thinking in the back of your mind, you coming over with who? That married man? You about to bring that married man over to my house? I don't want that married man over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, idiot, everything just draw back to the fact that he married. Ain't got nothing to do with the situation. Um, you know, it's just I think that it is never ideal, you know? Like, can you imagine being with somebody 5, 6, 7, 8 years and, you know, you ready to tie the knot, but you can't because they married. Like, they married already. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like it might be, there might be some situations where it's okay, but I don't think there will ever be any situations where it's ideal. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. Honest to God, true. And it's crazy too. It's crazy because like, I don't know. But is it ever okay? That's my question today. Um, I don't know. I really don't know. I would say this. The reason why I even have the question, wondering if it's okay or not, is just basically boils down to the simple fact that, like, I have one scenario in my head. And so it's like, let's say a man meets a woman, right? And she's married. It just is what it is. She's married. But she's no longer with her husband and hasn't been for like 8, 9, 10 years. You know, but she says he doesn't want to give her a divorce. In that type of situation, is it okay to go ahead and date that married woman? Um and like, yeah, nah, yeah. It's really situations like that make me wonder, you know. Um because people go through separations all the time, and people also uh you know sometimes they deal with spouses not wanting to get a divorce, you know so but in that case, what do you do? Like, are they like tainted, so to speak? You know what I'm saying? Are they you know, are they left outside the dating pool, so to speak? You know what I'm saying? What are they supposed to now looking at everybody swimming around? They can't even stick their foot in the water. Like, how are we feeling? Hey, good morning. Hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, like, what do you do? Like, how is everybody feeling about that? You know, do you give them? I mean, do you give them a pass? Or you tell them like, no, you should have been and took care of your business, your business. You know, like, how do you feel about um messing with married folks? I say this too. I don't know if it's ever okay. I really don't. I think just like court, you know what I'm saying? I feel like just like the courthouse and the way they run their system, I really honestly feel like everything is going to be a case by case situation. It just is what it is. I do. I also feel like dating somebody that is newly separated can be tricky. Newly divorced is very weird too, though. It's weird. But at least I mean, let's be real. A newly divorced person is definitely um, better than dealing with somebody that's newly separated. Uh, honestly, but I feel like it's just, ooh, eek, it's one of them touchy, touchy topics, and I'll take it a step further, period, because y'all know that's what I do. I'm trying to find out where the people are who, like, for instance, when I'm online a lot, it's like nobody wants to admit to certain stuff. Does that make sense? So, when, like for instance, if I was to ask this question and it was being discussed in the comment section, you're gonna see a whole lot of people that's saying, don't do it, or they don't do it, or don't do it, they don't recommend it, or people who are basically against it. But I want to know what the people are who do it. Okay, period. I'm talking about the ones who just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, nah, do it good. Yeah, them. Oh, where's y'all? I said, where's y'all at? This person, girl. Because, let's be real. We know somebody. Somebody down with other people, down with PPP. I know one thing. That's not funny. Ooh, I crack myself up. I always crack myself up when I make a joke that I'm not supposed to be laughing at. Or not really funny. But like, yeah, we know Clarissa Shields is down with PPP. It just is what it is. Um, Clarissa definitely is. Ah, that's great. But like, I kind of feel like the internet been picking on her a little bit though, you know? Mm, mm. And that's basically what this episode is about. Mm, this episode is about Clarissa Shields and these folks picking like a toothpick, child. They be picking. And I don't like it. It just is what it is. I don't like it. It is what it is. This is the thing. See, this is my thing. Like, if we got, this is my thing. Like, if it's a story, let's talk about it. What? Man, all day, every day. It just is what it is. We're gonna talk. That's politics. But like, no. Okay, y'all. This is different. It's like, you know, when people just be having stuff to say every other day, Uh, I mean, just the weirdest of things, like these huge think pieces. Like this one lady talking about she got ugly girl syndrome. Now I will say that was a great topic. Oh, that was a great topic, Miss Preston Girl. Shout out to that. What else you got over there? Yeah, you know how like somebody see you play, child. What else you got over there? Yeah, see. No, but no, that was a great topic, child. I loved it. She said, sometimes people can overcompensate. And I do believe that. Hmm. I absolutely do believe that. I do. Uh huh. And that's why I said I think that was an amazing topic. But she was saying that Clarissa Shields has. She thinks that Clarissa Shields has ugly girl syndrome, which to her is, overcompensating in a relationship. She named off other people that she feel like be doing that too. Um, like I said, great topic by the way. But I want to just say, and I want to shed some light, and I want to piggyback and just say that like, shit, I think I already said it. Lots of people do that. Hold on, that's my honest opinion. I think lots of people do that in relationships. It just is what it is. Um, like I was trying to say, I don't know if Clarissa does that. Um, I definitely think Clarissa went through a Google Gaga phase with Papoose stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, shout out to her. She did. I definitely believe she went through a Google Gaga phase. And y'all know what the Google Gaga phase is. So shout out to that. Hit the like button. Let me go ahead and give y'all the description of that for everybody that's new here. Now my pooper stars they already know. But y'all don't. So let me tell it like it is, baby. So the Google Gaga phase is like the very beginning. Oh, let's talk about it. The very beginning, everything is just right. You can't see no wrong. Nothing but green lights. Go. All you know is go. You know. Um, and that's the beginning. You know, that's the butterfly stage. And then if you stick around long enough, you'll come from up out of there. Clarissa definitely seemingly went through that. She definitely seemingly went through that. To me, Papoose, not so much, y'all. No, not so much. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just like, you know. But he went through it though. His was just a little different. Um, but oh yeah, Clarissa was looking so crazy in love. Mm-hmm. In the beginning. See, I think she's starting to come from up out of that. So shout out to her. And shout out to that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think she's starting to come from up out of that, y'all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she done took them rosy tinted glasses out. Okay. Shout out to her. I said Clarissa finna start seeing some shit. Okay? But no. Um, but overall, y'all, I like Clarissa. I think she good people. I think she might carry a lion spirit. But she can't help that. If she do, she was born with it. Ha! Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, Shout out to. But like I was saying, I like, listen. I talk celebrity gossip, and I love talking the news. But y'all be coming for Clarissa. And it be a little more than news, you know? I said, leave this girl and her Papoosie alone. Please. Ha! Please. I want to see you do it. Ha! Leave this girl alone, okay? Okay, y'all? But shout out to Clarissa, who definitely seems like she can handle it. Clarissa, she an algorithm. So shout out to her and shout out to her. I said, oh, Lord. I said, go on, Clarissa. You the female 50 Cent, huh? Because he say, he swear up and down, he the algorithm too, child. um, But speaking of Clarissa, baby, y'all know I had to drop that dun dun dun. So shout out to that. Scoot up. I said I'm gonna need y'all to scoot up. Ah, get comfortable, hit the like button. Man, listen. So I'm on Instagram scrolling and rolling and minding my business. Like I do. And I seen this post somewhere. Matter of fact, it was Geisha. Geisha. It was Geisha. Geisha was basically insinuating that Papoosie is playing Clarissa. I said, now, at first I started to leave. Mm-hmm. I started to walk away so I can fight another day. No, but I said, okay, but let me see. Yeah, nah, I don't care. I don't care. So the internet been saying that. But there's a receipt inside. So I'm like, without no receipt, I ain't trying to hear it. I think I think the internet time Papooses love bombing her though. And I said, wow. Oh wow. I don't think so. I don't think so. Now I will say this though. Hmm. Hold on, first let me tell y'all the story before I say it. Y'all know I'm basically having mm some chips for breakfast. Ooh, and they going. Yeah, no, I started to go give me something. Alright, It's raining. I don't feel like that. Child, so here we are. I'm, I'm, I'm so tempted to go get me some dip. So shout out to that. But, nah, listen to this. So, Geisha said, that it's a man and a woman um with the same last name. That well, it's a man that allegedly owns Win Records. Or whatever she was saying that the man who owned it, she think he got a daughter that allegedly messed with Papoose. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if huh. Hold on, y'all. um, okay, I guess that's what it's called. Yeah, I guess it is Win Records. Okay. 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 Hold on, hold on. Mm-mm. Yeah. It's called Win Records, and allegedly one man owns it. And anyway, and she was saying that that man that owned that place, that she think the daughter messed with Papoose. And so she was also saying that the daughter might be signed to them too. But overall, I know. Hold on, stick with me though, cause this is crazy. She was saying overall, um, She think they might be scamming Clarissa. Allegedly. Due to all of them facts. Alleged facts. I don't know how true none of it is. Um, but now it's starting to make sense why people be saying that and why Remy didn't say he was scamming her. But Remy definitely knew some things. She was saying Papoose was allegedly messing with somebody. And it's crazy too, cause why they say they Africans, y'all? Which makes it even more crazy, cause do y'all remember when Papoose went to Africa? When Papoose went to Africa, they were saying that Clarissa wanted to go. Now, we don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Unless Clarissa said it, did Clarissa say it? But let me just say this. You know, I don't know. They try to make it seem like he might mess with the girl from down there. And remember, he was talking about he was being treated like a god while he was down there getting treated like a king and stuff. I'm like, okay. Now y'all starting to. Alright, now y'all starting to have a little tea. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a tea for me. Now y'all got a little tea. So shout out to that. Y'all hold on. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Hold on. I said, yeah, that's the tea. I said, baby, that's the tea for me. Y'all hold on real quick. I said, okay, now y'all coming with the tea for me now. Hold on now. I said, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Y'all say, what? I said, take the what? I need a what? Nah. They saying something about Somebody gonna holler about she didn't sign to a shell company or something like that. I'm like, oh my god, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm like, what? Child, allegedly, cause I don't know. Yeah, no, the truth is I can't deny or confirm none of it. Do you hear me? I'm just I said I'm just tuned in. Period. Okay, baby. I am tuned. Yes. I'm talking about like the sharpest. Yeah. Instrument in the building. Yeah. What is it? The sax, baby. You know, saxophone. Cut or yes, baby. I said, I'm just tuned in. I said, take the what and little what y'all trying to say. I'm saying what? So basically we just gotta see. But see, now it makes sense why Remy Ma was saying Papoose was her manager and stuff, and she kept stressing, Papoose ain't my manager, Papoose ain't her manager. No, he not her manager. But he is something over at Win Records. hmm which basically he didn't got you to sign to. And now that's why you keep saying, you rich, you rich, you rich, you rich, Lord. I don't know, y'all. I do not know, but I will say this. Um, See, that goes back to, hold on real quick. Okay, see, to me, honestly, that just goes back to what I was saying. Like, I don't think Papoose is making plans really to leave Clarissa like that. I don't. Pap getting kind of older, and who knows? But I can't really say. I can't really say. Mm-mm. Cause I was finna say, the fact that Pap is getting older, really is kind of on her side. Cause I'm like, he really could get with Clarissa and settle down for real. Be through for real for the long run. But then I don't know too, cause then it's also like he could not want to really settle down for real with Clarissa. And this is the thing. When you dealing with a situation like Papooses, it is so fragile because man, he been right. He been in a relationship so long. I think that's why a lot of people don't take him and Clarissa serious at all. I think that's why they be on some, you know, basically treating it like it's not real, you know, on his end. By the way, but I don't know. I don't know because it definitely could go. Um, Child, my bad, child. Oh my God, I had an emergency. I got an emergency. Remember, I always tell y'all, um, if I have to, are y'all there? Oh my God, are y'all there? Oh my God, I feel like I done let y'all down too. My bad. But like, no, 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 listen to me real quick. Hear me out. Remember, I always tell y'all if I have to do an emergency live, I will. I tell y'all that all the time. If I have to do an emergency live, I will, cause I will. What? I crank that. Child will crank that. Like somebody's grandfather's a truck that's been sitting around for a while. But let me tell y'all, I got an emergency, which don't hardly ever happen to me. But yeah, excuse me. Chops. Ugh, Lord, I gotta ride. Yeah, imagine that. I said, yeah, 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 yeah. But I'm gonna hit y'all back. And so that's the good news. Yeah, this thing gonna have to have a part two. So it is what it is. It's all good though. I'm going to definitely get back with y'all later on. I don't know, probably like noon. I say about noon. I'll be back. Or something. I don't know when. But turn your that's why you're supposed to have your bell notifications on so you know when I'm live. Period. I will definitely be back, y'all. We gotta come back. We gotta finish talking Clarissa Shields. We gotta go ahead and wrap this thing up. And then we're gonna talk everything else I had on my handy dandy notes. Period. Oh, I'm so I'd be lying if I said I wasn't messed up about it, y'all. I'm messed up about it. This is episode 19. It's your girl Shay Renee, and I'm always in the building. I stay in the building, child. I am the building. So shout out to that. I'll be back, y'all.